my god, this is insane, guys. BlackRock just went crazy. BlackRock just reported 435.82% increase in ownership of BioNano Genomics. BlackRock is buying the dip. What's going on, investors? My name is Dio. Welcome to Frontline Investment, where we talk about BioNano Genomics every day from Sunday to Sunday. I try to post at least one video. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you guys some details, some fundamental and technical analysis that you guys don't get to see in my videos, because now I have access to the paid service on Fintel, so I can see everything that institutional investors are doing. We're talking about the buyers, the short interest, the average price that they are buying in, and so on and so forth. So I'm going to be sharing with you guys in this video a lot of solid information, quality information that I believe it's going to be very useful for you guys. Let's get to it. So institutional ownership of BioNano Genomics is now 24.74%. I mean, yesterday I wanted to record this video yesterday, okay, but yesterday, I opened the page on Fintel. I opened it, and the institutional ownership of Bngo was just 18 point something percent, almost 19%. Then all of a sudden, I opened another page and I realized that yesterday alone, institution, they increased their position in BioNano Genomics by 5% yesterday, guys. They are buying the dip. Now, check this out. We now have about 174 institutional owners of BioNano Genomics, and the shorts remain only 5, okay? 5 shorts only. Of course, we have some institutional investors that, they have long and short positions. As you guys can see right here, 8 of them, they have both positions. They are buying put. Some are even, using options on Bngo, buying put and buying of call. So right now, BlackRock is the highest institutional holder of BioNano Genomics. They just went insane. But before we get to BlackRock's story, before I show you guys more information, let's quickly take a look at what has been going on for the past few days. Look at this, guys. This is today, okay, 12th. You guys can see that most of all the 13F filings today, I mean, these guys are going crazy. Look at that. We have Simplex Trading LLC. They increased, right? Look at that. This is call and this is put. So this is an example of institutional investor that is, doing both things. One of those people that are counted as 8. Okay, they have a put and call option on BioNano Genomics. So these guys are the reason why Bngo's, price is more or less going up and down. People are trading the range on BioNano Genomics, and as one of you guys already asked me, I'm going to be showing you guys in the technical part of this video where I believe if you want to buy and sell, if you want to day trade Bngo, of course I'm not going to advise you to do that, but I will show you guys in the technical part what these institutional investors are doing. They are buying, their buy zone and their sell zone. Okay, so you guys can see that once upon a time it was impossible for me to see all this information right here. So now, big thanks to yourself, a huge thanks to you. Okay, somebody made it possible for me to have access to all this thing, because it's very expensive. Okay, this cost, I think it costs like $25 every month to see what institutional investors are doing on Fintel. But now, thanks to my wonderful friend, he gave me access to this. Okay, I mean, it's very expensive. I'm not paying it by myself. So we have Bank of Nova Scotia. They reduced all their position. They got out of it. Bank of Montreal also, they got out of Bngo. But we have newcomers. Okay, look at that. JP Morgan Chase and Co. They initiate a position in BioNano Genomics, and they fired during their most recent 13F. They say that they have about 173,109 shares of BioNano Genomics. I'm very sorry for my voice, guys, but my nose is still killing me. So if you go down a little bit, I want to show you guys something. So this one happened yesterday. So Susquehanna International Group LLP, they, you guys can see that right now they are sitting on 1.9 million shares of BioNano Genomics. Of course, they also have some call and put option on Bngo right here. I think I spoke about it in my previous video. They are also shorting Bngo. At the same time, they are also long. So you guys can see the call option and the put option right here. So they are playing both parts. So the most significant institutional owner of BioNano Genomics right now is BlackRock. Okay, 18.3 million shares, guys. Amazing. And you guys can see the average price right here, $7.70. So if you guys are wondering, you can see average share price. If you are wondering, I mean, if you have position above $7 and you are wondering if if you should cut your loss, or if you should add to your position or whatever, you guys can see what BlackRock is doing. Their average is at $7.7, and you guys can already tell they are sitting on drawdown at the moment. Okay, their position is sitting on drawdown. They are more or less down, about 20% or so at the moment, but still they keep buying the dip. Okay, now the total worth of their investment, I believe this is $134 million, which of course is the highest. Okay, I mean, when I saw Susquehanna yesterday and I saw this, 13.9 million, 13.8 million, I was like, wow. Then all of a sudden today, BlackRock came from nowhere and it was like, oh my god. I mean, look how many shares these people are seeing on 18 points. And I'm going to be going, I'm going to be sharing more information about this, about BlackRock, with you guys in this video, more details about this, because I have access to all of this information right now. So now, before we continue, I'm going to show you guys the price. Once again, you have to come here, average share price. I want to show you guys the most, popular average share price of institutional investors. You guys can see right here, we have a lot of, Bank of New York, for example, 7.7. Look at that, $7.71, a lot of $7.71 right here. But the best price, okay, the best price in my opinion, if you want to add to your position, let's say you are already invested in BioNano Genomics, but you want to add to your position, I'm going to show you guys the best price. This right here is the best price. Okay, $5.58. That is the Bngo lucky number. Okay, $5.58. You guys can see how many companies, how many institutional investors. Vanguard, for example, they have their own at $5.58. Royal Bank of Canada, $5.58, and Jane Street, Vanguard, and so on, Northern Trust, on Jode Capital, they all have at $5.58. That is, I'm still going to show you guys in the technical part of this video, of course. That's why, in my opinion, when BNGO got to that level, I mean, it rose because we have a very strong support at $5.58 level. And if BlackRock continue to buy every dip, at one point, I mean, right now they seems to be the highest shareholder of BioNano Genomics. Okay, if they continue with this pace, I believe they are still going to be increasing their position. I mean, they are still going to double this position. Believe me, I think they are still going to end up owning at least 50 million shares of BioNano Genomics, the way they are buying every damn dip. So at one point, I mean, all these institutional investors, they will keep increasing their position, like Jode Capital, and so on and so forth. Vanguard, they will keep buying the dip. They will keep increasing their position. Okay. Now, if we come over here and click on shares to see how many, the highest shareholder of BioNano Genomics, you guys can see BlackRock is presently the highest shareholder of Bngo, institutional investor, of course. Renaissance Technology is the second one with 9.4 million shares, and then followed by Vanguard, 9.2 million shares, and then we have Invesco Limited with 4.1 million shares, and so on and so forth. So in my opinion, all these guys that are presently sitting on 1 million shares of BNGO, or less than 3 million shares of BNGO, I believe they are still going to, at one point in time, they are all going to have at least 10 million shares of BioNano Genomics. So they are buying the dip, guys. They are buying the dip. So this is the insider trading and ownership of BioNano Genomics. Right now it sits at 2.1%. Okay, the insider ownership float is like 3.2%, and they are presently sitting on about 5.8 million shares of BioNano Genomics. You guys have to remember that more or less, whenever BNGO grants some stock, some share, some common stock to their management, let's say to Rishipi or to the CCO, for example, you guys have to know that somehow we are paying for that. Okay, I mean, whenever they spend money to buy back some shares, they are more or less using our money, because BioNano Genomics is not yet a profitable company. So what I'm trying to say is, this, in my opinion, 2.1%, it is good. If you guys want them to increase their, if you want insider to increase their ownership, it will come at our own cost. Okay, we are going to be the one to pay for it. So in my opinion, it is good like this. let's say they employ another person right now and they want to grant some common shares of the company to that person. The money is coming from our pocket because BioNano Genomics is not yet a profitable company. That's why I came to this page to share that information with you guys. So if you go down a little bit, you can easily see what they have been up to since June 15th of June, that reshipping was granted, you know, some stock option. You guys can see that nothing has been happening so far ever since then. And he's presently sitting on about 400,000 shares of BioNano Genomics. Now I can see all. Let's take a look at the highest shareholder of Bngo right now. So you guys can see the names of, you know, this one, LC Fund V1 LP by Rossi, blah blah blah, 1.1 million shares. I believe these are the C. You guys can see C conversion. I believe this when they were funding the company from beginning, 2018. Okay, this when they went public, 2018. And we have this also. This is the same company, and then we have the CEO, you know, Homelin Eric. He is sitting on about 775,000 shares of Bngo. And then we have the same fund, and then we have the domain partner V111, 591,000. Then we have free shipping, of course, and the chief commerce officer Jason Pryor is also sitting on about 400,000 shares of BioNano Genomics, followed by the chief financial officer, and then domain partners once again, then the chief medical officer, and so on and so forth. Okay, now this is another good information. Okay, this is the list of the top 9 ETFs with Bngo. Okay, you guys can see them right here. Invesco, First Trust Small Cap, iShare Core S&P Total, and Fidelity Nasdaq, Goldman Sachs Innovate Equity, First Trust once again, and Invesco. So these are the guys, the ETF that have BioNano Genomics in them. Invesco is the highest, of course, with 3.3 million shares. You know, the and also Invesco Pura Beta blah 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 2,200 and something. So these are ETFs, and you guys know that ETFs, I mean, they hardly dump companies. As long as BioNano Genomics fundamentally is strong, they are not going to close their position. What I expect them to keep doing is adding to their positions. Okay, so this is more information about BlackRock. Okay, now they are sitting on 18.3 million shares of BioNano Genomics, which of course is worth, just like I already told you guys, 134 million US dollars. Guys, that is absolutely insane. That's massive. My nose is killing me. That's why I cannot shout enough. So they reported 435% increment. 435%, guys. I mean, I wish BlackRock is going to share some information with us why they went crazy Bngo, why they bought 18.3 million shares. They used to sit on about 3.4 million shares, you know, which was worth about 27.6 million US dollars. But right now, from 27.6 million US dollars to 134 million US dollars, guys, that is absolutely unbelievable. Okay, this is unbelievable. I mean, nobody saw that coming. I don't know what they saw in the company. Maybe it's because of the previous earnings. Okay, maybe because of the earnings, because this is 13F filing. We also have to understand that they already, you know, this is 13F filing is a lagging indicator. It's not what they just did today. Okay, it's what they did in the past, possibly in the second quarter. So definitely it has nothing to do with the earnings report. So possibly they just realized that BioNano Genomics management is delivering on all angles. Okay, they have a mission and they are meeting up with their targets. That's why I believe BlackRock is, you know, throwing this huge amount of money into Bngo. So let's take a look at BlackRock. Let's take a look at what they have been doing so far with BioNano Genomics. You guys can see right here, disclose equity position, you know, from their previous 13F. You guys can see what they have been up to. You know, from 2019, they started to buy little by little, you know, buying little by little, little by little. Then they closed everything in 2020. Look at that. Just same last year, this same time last year, they closed everything. Okay, I think I made a video about it, even that BlackRock sold everything, you know, in 2020. Then this February, when they filed their 13F, it turns out that they already bought 29,000 shares of BioNano Genomics. Then, little by little, they increased it, okay? On the fifth month of this year, they increased it again to 3.4 million shares. Then all of a sudden, bam, 18.3 million shares. So I don't know what these guys are saying. I mean, you guys can see that they are down even in their position, minus 29%. I believe this is their return in this investment so far. Change in allocation 360%. Man, this is absolutely insane, guys. Now, for those of you wondering how huge BlackRock portfolio is, 3.5 trillion US dollars, okay? 3.5 trillion US dollars. And they have current positions of about they are invested in about 5,480 companies or positions. And most recently, they opened 5 positions, closed 167 positions. So BioNano Genomics somehow must be very valuable to BlackRock if they throw in 138 million US dollars into this company. It has to be, there has to be something in BioNano Genomics that they have, figured out. That's why they threw in so large amount of money. I don't even know how to express myself with this. So these are some of their most recent 13F filings, and you can see they have a lot of company. I mean, you can almost find every company in BlackRock portfolio, okay? All right, so let's dive into the technical analysis of this video so that we can call it a day. So BioNano Genomics closed today down minus 1.32%. We closed at 5.96 US dollars. The market cap is more or less the same thing. I mean, we are down like 8 cents today, okay? And the volume, at one point it was just 1 million, and right now it's closed at 4.4. So this is also nothing. It's more or less like nobody wants to sell Bngo and nobody wants to buy. We are more or less like getting to that tight range. So there is no news about BioNano Genomics, and of course Bngo themselves, they haven't shared anything significant since their earnings, because last week was really tough for them, and also last week was the earning reports on Wednesday when the markets closed. So since then we haven't heard anything from BioNano Genomics, not even on their Twitter. Maybe right now that I'm recording the video they just made a tweet, but up till now I haven't seen any tweet from them, and nothing from the management as well, apart from Rich Shippey, from once in a while he's going on Twitter and sharing some information with us. So that's all about this space. So let's take a look at the technical analysis, and I will show you guys where the buy zones are, okay? What you guys should, in case you want to increase, in case you want to add to your position of BioNano Genomics, you can at least know how to play it. This is what all these institutional investors that have put and call option on BioNano Genomics, what they have been doing. They have just been more or less following the trend. You guys you can easily see the trend, as more or less it has been the same for the past since 5th month of this year. You guys can see, right, since April, since May, Bngo has more or less been ranging. We have been in this range, okay? The maximum we got to is like let's say 9 US dollars, and the minimum is like 4 US dollars. So anything between this range, they are buying and selling. So whenever the price, for example, this range, for example, when the price broke down, they short it, and they short it till here, and then when the price got to this 200 daily moving average, they started to buy. Whenever it comes down, they buy. Whenever it comes down, they buy. Whenever it comes down, I'm sure they are going to buy again. Possibly tomorrow we are going to see the price go up again. But if the price goes down tomorrow, then guys, you have to expect the trend to go down, okay? I mean, you guys can easily see that this right here is a range. It's more or less a channel. Let me see if I can find channel right here. Channel. There is no channel. There's no channel. There's no channel. So this more or less a channel. You guys can see the resistance right here. You can see the support right here. Let me see if I can draw the line. Okay, there is a line. So this is a channel, guys. You can easily see, it comes down, they buy, they sell, they buy, they sell, they buy, they sell. So we need to now get out of this range. We got out of this resistance that I was telling you guys, several times, and all of a sudden the price, is coming down little by little again. But at least we are finally out of this range. We are out of this range, in my opinion, this horrible range. We are out of it. We are at the beginning of a new range, in my opinion. Okay, so now this is a range right here. This is a range. Okay, so whenever the price gets to, let's say, $6.5 or my upper band of this Bngo band, you can expect sellers to come in again and, you know, push the price down. But of course, anything can happen. Okay, the price may just go up and break this resistance finally. That's why I am not day trading BioNano Genomics. I am just buying the dip. If the price comes down to this level, once again, $5.58, like I already shared with you guys in the fundamental part of this video, if the price comes down to this level, I'm definitely going to add to my position. Okay, minus is killing me, guys. I'm going to add to my position if the price, you know, comes down to this level. So that's the level I am watching right now. I'm watching that level. If the price comes here, I'm adding to my position because we have a lot of support around that level. I don't expect the price of Bngo to go down below $5.58, guys. I mean, I don't expect it. Now I see what institutional investors are doing with their money. I see where their positions are. So I don't expect it to go below that level. If we get to this level, we should expect some consolidation. If we go below this level, it has to do with some kind of bad news. Okay, maybe the market entirely is going to go down, then BioNano Genomics will go with it. You know, maybe the new variant of the C19. But so far, everything is okay with Bngo. I mean, financially, I mean, they are not yet profitable, okay, but fundamentally everything is fine with the company. They are, you know, meeting up with their target. So I think that's all I just need to share with you guys in this video. You guys know that I don't like talking about, you know, technical analysis like I used to anymore. So that's all I'm going to share with you guys in this video. We are out of this horrible range. This is the new range right here, and we need to break to the upside of this range, or we break to the downside. One of it is going to happen, but more or less, institutional investors have been, you know, milking us, you know, in this range. They have been doing their best to milk this company, milk profit out of it as much as possible. Have a wonderful day, guys. I remain your boy Dio. This is BlackRock Investment. Ciao, ciao.